the Jim Fannon Show.
Well, you know the rest. Let's go. Pop-up. There we go. Welcome aboard.
Am I still on?
Add your pronouns here. Doesn't suck. House band is hot, eh? Thanks, J. Beatty and crew. I have a chance to put my pronouns in my bio at LinkedIn. What say thee? Oh, I want to... Your Highness? Minister of Fun? I don't know. It's the least of my worries. I just thought it was... I'm just like, I usually put, this is where you can find me on LinkedIn. This is where you can find me on Insta. This is where you can find me on Gab. This is where you can find me on the Twitter. That's not my actual account. There it is, on the Twitter. Twatter, actually. On the fake book. On the... And then this pops up. So find me on LinkedIn. And tell me what you think I should put in for my pronouns. If you got your pronouns in your bio, you're a... I'll save it for the paywall. All right, quick hitter. What do we got? Joe Biden. How are we tolerating this? This sounds like my local media, like 610 CKTP and the Standard. They got the favorites in the media, and they fawn over them on the daily. They give them their own narrative. They don't let anyone challenge it. And here's an example of how they're doing it in the States. In addition, Joe Biden he just finished saying that he doesn't know how anyone would vote against this commission that they want into January 6th to, quote, insurrection, unquote. It was more like a stroll. No one was armed. One of the marchers got shot. And let me remind you, when, what was the judge that was up? You remember when the lefties took over Congress? We did the same thing. They marched in Congress. Yeah. Anyways, he was just saying it was the greatest attack on a nation since the Civil War. Joe? Joe? Are you home, Joe? There's a short clip of him with a prop again. And the media absolutely fawning like they did when they did the fake rollout of the electric vehicle at the Ford plant. They're like, oh, the best test driver ever. Oh, wow. Joe wasn't driving. Here they want to know what type of ice cream he's having. This is how you challenge the leader of the free world, former Vice President Joe Biden.
Chocolate chip. Oh, yeah. Chocolate chip.
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate chip. Oh, yeah. Chocolate chip.
Oh, chocolate chip is... There was one guy in the back going, oh, and the other guy said, chocolate chip is, oh, it's good, so good, yeah. He's good, yeah. Seriously. is this even news? I thought we knew all this stuff already. Hunter Biden brought VP Joe to dinner with shady business partners. So we knew this before the election. I mean, it was suppressed, but it was out. So what are we just leaking out stories? They've got the laptop. They've got everything on it. Like, how is this? It's exclusive? How is this not? How is it's coming from the same laptop that we saw a year ago? I don't quite understand it. But I think it's interesting here. Like, I don't think you can read that, but it says, reality, sick, and honor and pleasure. Sick is reality, so it's really an honor and a pleasure. He spelled it reality. Sick, I think, isn't sick the word that says, yeah, we know it's wrong, but we left it in? It's Latin or something like that. Okay, this isn't, like, I mean, I could go all day on these, and I haven't taken the low-hanging fruit on Joe Biden. I mean, I do tweet out some of the stuff. I clip some of the stuff, but I haven't made, a career out of, like, doing every single one of them. There's so many. And here's another one. If we do not do something about Alzheimer's in America, every single solitary hospital bed that exists in America, every single one will be occupied in the next 15 years by well, what?
We don't do something about Alzheimer's in America. Every single solitary hospital bed that exists in America, as the nurses can tell you, every single one will be occupied in the next 15 years with an Alzheimer's patient. Every one. We don't do something.
It's embarrassing beyond.
But there's, there to be, beginning this effort.
Come on, Joe, you can do
2021
it.
is.
You can do it,
I think
bro.
we've learned a few lessons from last year as well. There's help they're being there to help clear roads, rebuild main streets, and so that the families can get back to their lives. That's what FEMA does every single day. But
my goodness, it's too much. I need the clown pill. Andy No has a great Twitter presence. I'm surprised he's still there. He's been going up against Antifa for a long time. He's got a new book out about Antifa, and of course they've been protesting him when the book came out and burning bookstores down, committing violence, and the whole thing. This is my example of black supremacy. I'm pretty sure this is what we're selling to our youth these days, that white people are intolerant bigots and they hate all other races. Mind you. Well, mind you.
We're tired of getting shot and killed because we done got pulled up with some air fresheners. And I got a bunch of motherfucking air fresheners. I'm waiting for one of them motherfuckers to pull me up. Because, baby, where I'm from, we don't give two fucks about the police. Chicago don't get... Let them kill one of ours. Guess what we doing? We killed one of theirs in Chicago, baby. We gonna knock on your door. We gonna blow your motherfucking head off.
Oh, that sounds like incitement to violence. And, wow, nice getup, girlfriend. What are those? Black socks and moccasins? Get a job. Seriously. Antifa and Black Lives Matter are 100% unemployed and unemployable. Isn't that great? Sorry, I don't have the chat up tonight. My chat disappeared from my window. I don't know. My OBS doesn't recognize it anymore. I reinstalled it. I need to get G-Man on the job, but I don't have your chat here, so maybe I'll bust this window open and see if I got any fake book watchers. Do not comply. I guess I got it. Well, I mean, it seems pretty. I'm just leaving that into the description, I guess. Sometimes I forget to change the description. Click here to expand. Oh, what up, fake book? Yeah, white supremacy is the problem, though. That's what we need to be concerned about. That's why we need a commission into January 6th. That's why the insurrection on the Capitol was the greatest. It was even more important. It was more devastating and traumatic. And, AOC's got PTSD over it. She wasn't even in the building. She was across the street. It was... more. Who said this? It was worse than 9/11. What? Yeah, the Mirandering around the Capitol. I think that's what Gavin McInnes calls it. Yeah, it was a parade, basically, a marauding, or what's that word for wandering? Yeah, it was a wandering parade through the Capitol. No violence. AOC's got to go to therapy. Oh, man, she needs to go to therapy for more than the insurrection. I'm telling you. George Floyd's brother says that if you can make a federal law to protect the bald eagle, you can make a federal law to protect the people of color. What?
No, because this is the thing. If you can make federal laws to protect the bird, which is the bald eagle, you can make federal laws to protect people of color.
I think the laws that protect people of... Oh, I see. You want special laws. So it's like extra bad to kill black people. Here's an idea. Why don't you talk to your own brothers and tell black people to stop killing black people? We good? Last night on NPR, All Things Considered, a guest said thousands of officers get away with killing people without consequences every year in this country. Really? Thousands. Thousands of officers get away with killing people without consequences every year in this country. And the tweet goes on to say, and the host offered no rebuttal or correction. Is this one of the topics where you insist on NPR, on Truth NPR, or what? Just for, or no, I fucked that up. You can read it. Insist on truth or just fire them? Jesus. It's all about race. I don't want to talk about race. Somebody posted on my wall, here's how you make racism go away. Stop talking about it. Because it's not there. Okay, yes, racism exists on a very low level, on the fringes, with the vast minority on the extremes of both ends. Yes, racism exists, but it's not systemic. It's not pervasive all through society and all of the infrastructure and everything that we've built. It's not based in white power. Black Lives Matter co-founder, excuse me, Patrice Cullors resigns as executive director over right-wing attacks after her $3 million housing portfolio was revealed. Who's getting rich at Black Lives Matter? The people at the top of the pyramid. Like Patrice Cullors. This is going fast. This officer is one of my new great TikTok boys. Fired, but not fired about this hilarious video that he made for LeBron James, where he was saying, "Hey, LeBron, I'm in a situation here, and there's guys got a knife, and what? I want to know what I should do." No, I'm gonna play this for you. It's on my Facebook feed. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. He was fired for posting a video of George Floyd Square. They put up a memorial for the drug addict that overdosed under the cop's leg while they were kneeling on him. It's basically his lungs stopped working. Your lungs work fine when you have somebody kneeling on your back, right? If you can talk, you can breathe. And he said he couldn't breathe 5 times before they put him on the ground, where he asked to be, after he resisted arrest for 20 minutes. This is not Derek Chauvin, who's doing life right now for murder on a rigged system. I think he gets off on an appeal. There was so much wrong with that trial. It was unreal. So George Floyd Square is a memorial to the life of the death, actually, of George Floyd. That's weird. It was 11/11/11/11. I gotta stop watching TV when I'm doing podcasts, because how does this become part of the story? Or part of the podcast? What am I even doing? I got sidetracked. Pastor under fire for making false claims about COVID vaccines. February 11th, 11/11. I just thought this was... Sidebar? Oh, where's my TV? Oh, my TV's not up. I can't give it to you. Hang on, let's see. Over here? Nope. Oh, I got to reboot. Too bad. Anyways, the pastor was showing his phone. He's sending in a message, and it was February 11th at 11/11. Who cares? So, yeah, they constructed a memorial for George Floyd's death. And a year after his death, they assembled, again, what, they got like a chop zone or something? Anyways, a drive-by shooter emptied 30 shots at someone. Someone was hit. And he put a TikTok video up going, what a way to celebrate the death of George Floyd with a drive-by shooting at the Memorial Square. More about him in a minute. All white people are racist. Did you know that? No, everyone's telling you can't get away from it's everywhere. This critical race theory, CRT. What evil this is. All white people are racist. University assistant dean defends critical race theory and says she hates whiteness. She doesn't hate white people, just whiteness. I don't hate black people. You see how you reverse the races on any of this and it sounds horrible. Lockheed Martin, same thing. Putting people through what? White privilege. The top U.S. defense contractor singles out white male executives for privilege training. Well, they get the money for it, certainly. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Good. Masks in the air. That's a nice little one. That's a good fight. I posted this earlier. Stick around. This is, sometimes you just need a laugh, right? I don't know why this made me laugh so much, but oops. Just the way it's done. Kid comes up.
I got a decent channel.
Physic, listen. Do you hear? That is the sound of ultimate suffering.
I don't know why that was so great. I like it. I like it a lot. Michelle Garner today, or Michelle Rempel Garner. How do I got I need a nickname for her. MRG?
And the company.
Yep.
MRG. Doesn't sound right. Trew.Tube Foundation attempted to cover up. This is True North News. Trudeau Foundation attempted to cover up sexual harassment scandal. Lawsuit claims. There's a new lawsuit, and they're getting some information from that. Before Chris Biddle was a lawyer, or before he was an MP, before he was an elected MP, he was a lawyer. And he would engage in, I don't know, nefarious practices, maybe? Can you say that? He was Andy Gill's lapdog. And Andy Gill used to retain Chris Biddle for letters to the radio station threatening to sue because we, and I said in the comments, when I say we, I mean me, and my callers and or guests made fun of him. So you can't make fun of somebody and still be their friend. Well, you can make fun of me and still be my friend, but I'm a different guy. Just so you know who you're dealing with. I think he goes by Chris Joseph. Well, why have you got an alias Facebook account? He's got his page, Chris Biddle. Somebody posted today that he goes by Chris Joseph. So maybe that's why you can't find him. Some going-ons in the House today. I should probably not play this one first because this is the vote. So let's do this. We'll back up. The Liberals are stonewalling at committee with filibusters to stop anything from happening. Michelle Rempel has been good at exposing this. I'm not a conservative supporter, never have been, but I'm liking this girl. She's got some game.
Big report that came out yesterday with regard to border measures and the quarantine hotel. There's a lot of things. So we want meetings on that. There's also another issue that is really important to Canadians that my colleague from the Bloc Québécois, who's been supporting this, has been pushing, as well as my colleague from the NDP, and it's called the PMPRB. People will be watching this and they'll be going, well, what's that? It relates to drug prices. And my colleague from the Bloc Québécois actually had a study on this. And we haven't had meetings scheduled on this in
Point of order,
time.
Mr. Chair. Point of order, Mr. Chair.
Here we go. Who's this fucking clown?
Mr. Chair, can you clarify with the clerk the member can live stream when the committee is happening?
Bubbling. Bubbly. I don't care.
You're on mute, Chair.
Fucking hilarious.
Sorry, I will.
The chair's 108 years old.
Is it appropriate
he doesn't even know when he's on mute.
On Facebook, proceedings.
Look at the chair. I didn't know God was the chair. I haven't paid close enough attention to this. God is the chair of the health committee?
Yeah,
wow.
it's webcast. It's through the tradition. It's through the regular web key.
So
I didn't know God was coming back so soon. I knew, like, I kind of figured we're in end times right now, but like, there he is, chairing the committee.
I would suggest Ms. Rempel-Garner speak to the
committee. Oh, no, that's not God.
Not to the
they all look the same.
I'm speaking to you, Chair. I'm speaking through you. So what's happening here is that the Liberals,
Watch
now
this.
they're trying to shut down
Sorry, Mr.
any
Chair,
sort
can
of...
we just point of order?
The Liberals are trying to shut down
Mr. Chair,
getting democracy sent out. They're
Ms.
trying to
O'Connell-
shut down what I'm doing right now.
Ms.
They
O'Connell
don't
on
want
a point of
anybody in
order.
Canada to see this. They don't want to
Ms.
see the dirty
O'Connell-
little secrets behind
Ms.
closed
O'Connell on a
doors.
point of order.
Ms.
Thank you,
O'Connell.
Mr. Chair.
You got
There's no secrets
really
here. The member opposite,
nice
frankly,
eyes.
is lying. Her own motion.
She's lying. You can say whatever you want in committee. There's no.
PMPRB study
You
that
can call
we already
people
agreed
liars
to.
in
But
committee,
my
I guess.
point of order, Mr. Chair, is that we should suspend until we get the answer to Ms. Sidhu's question.
Wow.
Mr. Clerk, do we
I have a
any
recommendation
kind of timeline when you
Jennifer
might answer
O'Connell.
that?
Another line of work that I really love you to be in.
You're on mute, Mr. Chair.
Thank you,
She
sir.
keep-
Well, we will suspend for 3
I
minutes.
challenge
We
your
are
ruling.
suspended.
I challenge your ruling. I challenge your ruling. I challenge your ruling. I challenge your ruling.
We are
I challenge
suspended.
your ruling.
Just like that. Now, you challenge the ruling of a chair. There's a process you have to go through. You just don't click the fucking... Yes, you do. That's what you do. So, Michelle Rempel's not... she's an effective MP. And so, what she did later...
Mr. Chair, on a point of order, it's shameful that the member...
She, she called to, what do you call it? Wrap it up. What do you say? A motion of, shit. You know, well, the motion not to defer, but to end the meeting. Adjournment. Motion to adjourn. So she had this planned already. And so that she makes sure she gets a meeting on Monday because they're going to filibuster and waste all the time. She says, so motion to adjourn is non-debatable. You just vote. And so they voted. And it passed.
We have 5 nays, 6 yeas.
Because the minority parties hold the majority of committees.
Mr. Chair, on a point of order, it's shameful that the member opposite just shut down Parliament.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Connell. Well,
Watch live on my feed for what we're doing next.
She's so cute. Watch my feed for what we're doing next. And I think the chair was just about to, he started to admonish her because you can't do that. She's been live streaming it. And this is what they were going to, they kept, point of order. Is she allowed to live stream our committee meetings? I don't know. Ask the clerk. And then the clerk. What an absolute joke this country's become under Trudeau. Never masked and never transmitted a COVID case to anyone. Ever. Me. Keep my distance. Only out of respect, because, fuck, I'm way over it. Way over it. I was scared for, like, the very early weeks of the flu season that came back. Yeah, I started thinking I was in trouble. Because, well, I've got my own issues. And I'm like, oh no, I'm done if I get this thing. No. They don't call me Jim Fannon for nothing. I keep my hands super that's white power. Super clean. And I don't touch surfaces. I don't open doors with my hands. I use my shirt. Mostly everywhere, like the corner store, any, place where there's a lot of people coming by and touching things. Bathroom doors, faucets, escalator handrails, handles, railings, anything. Like, I don't open my own car door with my sleeve or my shirt tail. But yeah, I'm careful. So I ain't no afeared no mo. I was only scared for a few days, I think, maybe early on, maybe a week. I'm a big fan of what's her name? Amy. I haven't seen her in a while. Where's she been? Amy Martin. Russian TV? Is that what she does? RT? Federal court says Georgia BDS law violates First Amendment. That's the law that says, we're going to boycott Israel. And a federal judge has ruled that Georgia's anti-BDS law is unconstitutional. The ruling comes in response to a lawsuit that was filed against the state by journalist Abby Martin. Martin, a longtime advocate for Palestinian rights and director of the film Gaza Fights for Freedom, was invited to give a talk at Georgia Southern University as a part of a media conference in 2020. Shortly before the event, the school sent her a contract to sign, and, because of the state's anti-BDS law, it contained a loyalty oath to Israel. By signing the contract, Martin would have promised not to boycott the country. The Council on the American Islamic Relations and Partnership for Civil Justice Fund filed this lawsuit challenging the law on behalf of Martin, and it was struck down. The Palestinians and the Jews will be fighting until God comes back. So, what are you going to do? It's like, the more you read Revelation, the more you think we're fucking coming coming up on it, dude. He might be here tomorrow. You know, here's my lefty. Here's as far as I'll go on the Middle East question. My lefty position was always kind of in the Palestinian camp. And my question was, how do you keep a whole race of people inside a walled, open-air jail and control everything that goes in and out of those borders, including medicine, water, everything, money? Like, I mean, you can't get anything in or out of that country because it's patrolled by the Jews, isn't it? So if you're going to wall a whole nation of people in an outdoor jail, don't you think they're going to throw the odd Scud missile or the odd rock over because they don't like being kept in a jail? I don't know how it works, man. Here's one thing, though. You know how many Jews are in Gaza? Guess. 0. You know how many Arabs or Muslims are in Jerusalem or Israel? Try and guess. More than this. Like millions. That's it. I'm out. I fulfilled my contract. It was tough getting out here, dudes. And I never put this one up. This is where you need to go. Become a Patreon. I have 2. I never do anything for it. I get $5 per creation, and I haven't even created anything. It's called... Oh, am I showing you the back end? Yeah, I guess I am. My bad. Patreon.com/free speech. Patreon.com/free speech. Or if you want to contribute, you can send me PayPal. I think it's realestate@teamniagara.ca. Twitter user sent me a couple donations. A pretty good stuff. Before I lost my Twitter account, I had a couple nice donations from a guy in the UK that wanted me to do a show on how Justin Trudeau got elected. And then he sent me $150. Twice. No, you sent me $75 twice. Spaced a couple of weeks apart. Pretty cool. He wouldn't use the Patreon, though, because he doesn't believe in them because they censor and they took people off their platform for saying innocuous things. I can give you some want some on the way out. Want some, need some? I always like to go out with a little bit of music, but Matt McPherson's been fucking dodging me. He's not been loading me up with music like he said he would. I'm still using this one. It's called Want Some. He makes these beats himself. I'm going to try making beats. What is that program, MJ, you were telling me about? What do you make? What's the easy program to make beats on? I'm going to start making some beats. All right, peace. Love, hug your neighbor, and for crying out loud, take that mask off. Oh, coming up, we got a caravan on Sunday. Sunday, 3 o'clock, hundreds of cars are going to drive around Niagara. 16 right turns to freedom. Touch me up for details. I'm out. Oh, who does that? That's bad. That's not right. Get you all revved up. And then pull the plug on you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. No, I'm not sorry to Matt McPherson because, well, he's very generous to let me use his music. And I don't even think he minds me telling everyone that it's his music because he's not ashamed to be my friend. Did I say Pete Love?
Peace, love, hug your neighbor. I'm out. Did I say that already? Take the mask off, go shopping. It's liberating.
It's like shaving your head. You'll love it.